Hello everyone, Hachadino over here, and as always, we are doing a guide for Sublety, but this time will be for Deathstalker. Meanwhile, do remember that we have a lot of guides and things in the description. If you want to check out the full guide for Trickster is up already. Now I'm going to do only this AoE one for Deathstalker because nothing has changed about single target, but for AoE, we did find some wins doing one thing that I'm going to explain. The build itself hasn't changed much. You can take Veil Touched for Tornado, but Tornado it's very annoying to use, so I don't recommend it. Now, Deathstalker it's kind of decent in Slice, that means in Mythic Plus dungeons, because mainly it does quite a little bit of AoE, but it will do less single target. Now, of course, the AoE is not super higher than Trickster either, so that's why even if they are neck and neck, you will still play Trickster because of many changes and things. It's just easier to play. Why is it easier to play? Because at Deathstalker, you really don't want to pop Darkest Night in AoE situations. So what you are going to do is you are going to Shadow Strike and get your Deathstalker mark. And then when you have one mark left, you're going to Shadow Strike a different target. This will of course proc Clear the Witness and make the mark on the other target pop. Then you will do a shuriken storms and black powders, doing lots of AoE damage. And every time you change your mark, you also get another witness proc that is uncapped. So every target is going to take this almost 160k damage. Inside dance is quite a bit more. Same with the mark pops; they are like almost 1 million or something. And I'm going to try to do a showcase. Do remember, of course, that I'm not going to use the transmitter, and for dungeons, you do want to have a slice and dice, so you will still sometimes use Eviscerate. That is, of course, on your terms that you want to use it. So I do recommend that if you do use Eviscerate, it is when you don't have that much slice and dice left, and you might as well use one of the Eviscerates with the Darkest Night. That, of course, will also give you another Dance Macabre, so it's nothing bad. Now, for the opener, it doesn't change much. Same thing as you would do in other places. You would Shadow Strike, Flagellation, Eviscerate, Storm, Rupture, and then change targets using Shadow Dance, Symbols, Strike, and then Secret Technique. Do remember that we still use the Cold Blood on the second Secret Technique on our cooldowns, and then use a Smack Away. When you have one mark left, you strike another target. It can be a little bit disorienting if not used to. Even I am not used to, but if you really like Deathstalker, you will get used to somehow. So sometimes, as you can see, you do need to get that eviscerate in for the slice and dice, but I also kind of misplayed a little bit. You don't need to strike that much. You need to strike once to change target, but you do get used to it. Like when you have three, you will just two finishers, then go into the next one. That is one of the problems that we have. Sometimes we do proc Shadowcraft, so might as well get that one in. And you do get used to it quite often. And of course, when you don't have any dances, you might as well keep the mark on one target and then just spam ruptures a little bit, change the mark somewhere else, and keep getting those ruptures up. As long as you don't get the rupture on the main target, it's not going to spend. And then when you go back to your cooldowns, you will get a mark again on a different target, and you will do the same thing. And same, remember, just get your slice and dice up. You do can also, of course, use eviscerate twice at the beginning and then forget about it for a long while. But it is what it is, what you prefer to do. Just remember to keep changing marks to evade popping your Darkest Night. That is everything. Have a nice day, and I will see you on the next video.